kind of a little bit gutsy for me to be filming this 3 months in advance, feeling this strongly about what I feel the Lord's saying. I don't know what's going to be happening in January, but this is what I sense. This, with all of my heart, is what I believe He wants me to put in this bottle and send it wherever He wants it to go. Why did Joshua do it? Why didn't he just say, hey, consecrate yourselves, purify yourselves, period? Why didn't he just stop there? Because his deeply held conviction in the power of his God was so strong that he wanted to attach what he knew God was going to do, which God said He would do, the very next day. He didn't just say, hey, we need to clean up. We're a little bit messy. We need to purify ourselves, just in case. He didn't say that. He said, consecrate yourselves, because tomorrow God's about to do something supernaturally wild among us right here. The measure of your belief in Him is measured by your measure of obedience. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Substance. How do we measure the substance of what we hope for? Our obedience as we wait for what we hope for. He says, God's going to do something miraculous tomorrow. You have to believe He can. Why do you think God says to Joshua, buddy, you better get in that book day and night? Now, we read the law, which is one of the ways God's word is described, and many of us go to the literal law and only the laws. Joshua, be in my book. Lord, why should I be in your book? Because my word contains the stories of my faithfulness to my people and my power at work on behalf of those I love. Joshua, you got to know this book. You got to know. Don't let this book depart from your lips, because I need you to believe that I can do it, because I have done it. What was God saying to Joshua? He was saying, hey, tomorrow I'm going to part the waters of the Jordan River. You need to get across. I'm going to part them, just like I parted the waters of the Red Sea through Moses. Now, why did God do this? I think multiple reasons. I think to affirm Joshua's leadership, but also to prove a point to the people, not that God has anything to prove, but to prove a point to the people that God was the one leading them out of slavery, and God was the one leading them in to the land of the promise. God knew they were about to experience some battles that in their flesh they'd be tempted to run away from and run right back to slavery. So He confirmed His hand on Joshua, and He confirmed the path God's people were on as He parted the waters of the Jordan. Why could it have been a little bit easier for Joshua to believe that God would part the waters of the Jordan? I believe one of the biggest answers is because Joshua had already seen God part the waters of the sea.